So we did meditation. We did meditation. I give an example of this meditation. Before, when you went to meditation, what kind of intention you actually brought? You ever had an intention, motivation or not? Like for example, like me, of course, I begin with meditation, but before I start meditation, I went 2 times reminding myself, I wish all being free from suffering, cause of suffering. I want to see all being to be enlightened like Buddha. I repeat few times. And that is my intention today to my meditation for a few minutes. So my meditation that I did is not for a specific, you don't feel like it's only for you that you're doing this meditation. This meditation that you're doing, actually, you see the bigger picture. Actually, I want to see an improvement to able to help my family, my friends, then all beings. So just look back in the very normal perspective. Anybody you meet, a person, you say, this person is very nice because he's so kind, he is so nice to people. You know, we always say like, he's very kind, he's very patient, he's very understanding. Anybody like that person? Means in the family, they say, this person, my brother is very good brother. Everybody is so selfish, but he's very not so selfish. So, in the very common perspective, very, very normal, ordinary perspective, when you have that kind of a behavior, that kind of way of like a character, you know yourself and other people know, both knows that you are doing well. Sometimes it's very important to bring this because for meditation is a path, is a method. Meditation is a method. But you meditate without the intention, without the motivation. What kind of motivation? Of course, I know, you know, that meditation makes you calm and peaceful, a little bit more slowly, happier. So we all know that. But the motivation, without the motivation, sometimes meditation can become little bit narrow results. Narrow result meaning just little bit to gain, little bit calmness in yourself. Like how we usually do normally. First we want to fix my, how you say. First you think of yourself first and you try to think for others. And I agree with that. There's nothing wrong with it, it's true. You don't have no food to eat, you cannot give to others. That is very understandable. But everybody go to gain food for yourself, and everybody does that, and that's why we have a quarreling. That's what we fight for, because he say, I need to feed myself first before helping anybody, and other one thinks, okay, I need to feed myself before helping you. So both of you thinking to help each other before that I need to feed myself. Then there is the problem. Now imagine that, okay, I eat little bit, I give you little bit. And other one says, okay, I eat little bit, I give you little bit. Okay, then you have no quarreling. You have, from beginning we share. So just don't look too much like Dharma, teachings is a little bit like separate from our how we well-being, normal being. Don't think too separate. Honestly, I don't see so much. Dharma is the method, the teachings that gives you how to improve. Yes, that is 100% sure. But what to improve? Need to improve understanding, compassion, loving kindness. But then the word of the bodhicitta is a very powerful, very important word. It's not just compassion. It's not just a loving kindness. It's a very different, little bit different than this loving kindness and compassion. The word of the bodhicitta, I just want to tell a little bit of a basic one. Bodhi actually means, and when you want to translate straight, bodhi actually means enlightenment, enlighten. Bodhi actually can be meaning wisdom. When you translate bodhi. All right? Chitta actually means heart when you translate directly. But then actually referring compassion. Right? So chitta means heart, it's compassion. Right? But compassion is not just a sympathy or caring. Compassion is a very deep. I wish you free from suffering. Okay? Then go deeper. I wish you free from suffering. And deeper, cause of suffering. So when you start doing the practices, meditation, why are you doing this meditation? To achieve freedom. But why are you not achieving freedom? What is the problem with you? When you want to solve a problem, it's very important to see the problem, before you solve. And when I look at myself in family or sangha, like that, in myself, I'm talking about myself, okay? In family, I usually do this. Be patient. Yeah? I don't take personally. I don't take things very personally. All right? Sometimes things happen. I don't take, they're hurting me, or they are doing something bad to me. I don't take personally. Now, when you don't train on compassion, automatically you take personally. Because our mind has a habit always thinking about me, myself first. So automatically sometimes people doesn't really hurt you. People doesn't really say things because of to you, not because to you, not because of you, but because you take so easily personal, to yourself. Somebody could give some suggestion, you already hurt. Like for example, you give an opinion, right? In family you talk. So everybody giving opinion. So you give an opinion. And end of the talk, your opinion is, kicked out, not accepted. Some other people opinion accepted. Wow, you're very hurt, You say, why my opinion not accepted? See, when you say opinion, it's opinion lah. It's not about decision, you see. So when they don't accept it, you take right away personally. Things happen like this to family, these things to happen with the couples, that things happen with the friends, and that things exactly happening to the sanghas. Right? It's very simple. For example, in our monastery, sometimes they have sangha members who are a little bit narrow-minded. Right? So you do things, they are not accepting things. So first move is like, how stupid this person is. The first move. The second move is, I think he hates me. That is the second move. So that time, what you should do is, you bring up the intention. Why are you actually doing this? Why you actually begin with this life? That you're doing meditation, doing that work. Like for example, like Mila, I'm teaching and like that. Why are you doing this? I remind myself, I wish all being happiness, cause of happiness. Really? Did you wish that person happiness? So always good to bring. That's why I tell people, motivation is a mirror of you. Okay, meditation is the path to achievement, freedom. But motivation is a mirror of you, meaning what kind of intention, what kind of motivation you have, you can actually see your own color. So for example, I wish all happiness, cause of happiness. Actually, I don't mean it, I don't mean it, but I wish all being happiness. All being, I don't care. Happiness, I don't know. So I wish all being happiness. I'm not kidding. I wish all happiness, cause of happiness. Okay, meditate. you know. But then you wish, what I wish everybody happiness, cause of happiness. After finish, somebody walk, chak, chak, chak. Then somebody like that. Like you doing the meditation to calm the mind, but you want everybody to quiet for you. You see, you understand how you take the personal, you see. In meditation, you take personally, you see. So somebody walk like the person has a work to do, and walk what for you? It's nothing to for you, you see. Somebody have knee issue, put your feet like this. It's not because they hate you. But our mind take very automatically. That's why intention, motivation is a very important in normal life, in day-to-day life, in family life, in the Sangha life, in any other things. So I give you an example. When you have that kind of intention, I give you example of that person in the Sangha member, he's a little bit lousy and like that. So the first thing, of course, he's so stupid, The second is like why he's doing to me like this, what is my third one? Because I'm practicing motivation like that, I wish all being happiness like this, So I say, I wish you happiness, I wish all being happiness, I wish all being free from suffering. Really, slowly, first not so easy, second better, third better, fourth better, fifth, sixth, seventh, better. After a little better, then you feel like how to talk to him to actually not to interrupt the whole Sangha. How to solve that particular problem, not affect the whole Sangha. Now, affect the whole Sangha means what? We have 300 monks, okay? Other small monks, 400, 350, 90 nuns, 500 Sanghas. Now that one single person and me, you understand, creating this is to whole disturb the Sangha, Now, I need to think, you see. So when I take that person personally, what my reaction is? I don't care you lah. You see. Buddhism is one thing very good. We don't need to be afraid that Buddha is going to punish us, you see. Only we know is karma, you see. Karma is a little bit thing, but Buddha, we know, Buddha never going to punish. I don't know in Theravada, but in Mahayana we say, like this, I give you, what I received Mahayana teaching, they say, how much you do bad, Buddha compassion have more, they say like that. So I say, okay, so doesn't matter, So I need to think about ethic again, my karma, my responsibility, my intention. So what is my intention? Benefit beings. Then I think, because of these things happen here in me, whatever, I can actually interrupt the whole activity to benefit so many beings. I interrupt because of this stupid guy, and I take the stupid thing on me. After I start changing myself, getting more compassion, then I start meditating. That person is not obstacle to me. When other Sangha members and other people having little difficulty, I tell them, think of compassion. Think about the main objective. Main objective is benefit the beings, uphold the Dharma, practice the Dharma. That is the goal. That is our objective. Not one single person who is not happy for you. What doesn't matter. Practice little compassion. Give him some chances. He is a practitioner too. And don't tell yourself, he's so stupid, he never changed. Don't say like that. You're judging the person. That's why I tell the first, don't take personally. When it comes to Dharma practice, don't take personally. In the family too. See. Second, don't judge. I always tell my friends and students, I say, don't judge. When you start judging yourself and judging person, other people, the first, who's not happy? Who's not happy? That person is so bad. This brother is so bad. This sister is so bad. You think lah. So when you talk to people, some friends, and sometimes your friends, support you. You say, "You are right. That person's so bad." Then you think that you're doing more better. Oh yeah, then you talk more, and you builds up. So you really sometimes meditation is very important, but knowledge is sometimes very important too. Knowledge of looking at yourself. What is actually I'm doing? How I'm behaving? Am I happy? Because for me, Dharma practice and Dharma and meditation and compassion, all these practices, meditation practices, ethic like that, is not about because I'm scared to Buddha or because I'm scared to go to hell. It's not like that. The teachings of the Buddha, you need to make the teaching little bit experienceable. Little bit you can experience yourself. When you have taking everything personal, you're very unhappy. When you start judging people and judging yourself, you're very unhappy. So sometimes what we do is like this. We know, like myself, I know. Don't judge. I know. I don't care. Really? Really like that. Don't judge. Don't take too personally. I don't care. So what I tell these people, this kind of personality, I have sometimes, and I'm pretty sure many of you have it. So I'm going to tell you, yeah, who cares? Nobody cares. Suffer, doesn't matter. But don't forget, when you suffer, don't forget why you suffer. Why you make that suffering to yourself. Don't forget that. You see. So for myself, I was a very short temper when I was a younger time. Very jealous person when I was a younger time. Very judgmental person when I was a younger time. Younger time means like age 16, 17, 18, 19, like that. Very judgmental. Okay? And when I see people who does very funny things, funny things, you understand, funny things, not following correctly, doing on things like that, I really angry, I'm very angry. I really want to go and beat them up, Why they're so stupid, doing so many cheating people, like this. I'm very aggressive, very, how you say, in the mind, black, white. In a gray, never. You good or bad? Like that. When I was younger. So I practiced compassion. Yeah? After I slowly practicing compassion, I say, I wish all being happiness. I wish being whole happiness. I wish all being free from suffering. 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 I wish all being from happiness. Like this, I think like this. Now, what I can do for this? What I can do for this? I always think. So I give you an example. When you practice Dharma, very important to experience yourself. When I was 13 years old, my father took me to Malaysia. So in that time, Malaysia, people take us a restaurant. Every single food, they have this seafood mix, like a small prawn. And I'm come from Nepal, so we don't eat so much prawn. So whenever I smell this prawn, I don't want to eat the food. Every single thing I smell the thing, because I think in restaurant they use the same thing, So I don't see prawn, but I smell the prawn. So I start not eating food. I only eating watermelon. After 3-4 days later, I have fever. So high fever. I went to the hospital. They tried to inject me. Nothing happening. Fear not break. One night, sort of 6 o'clock evening, one old Chinese man came with a, how you call it, this beard, Yes. I'm fever, like this. He's come into my room. Then he put behind some black stuff, I don't know what, very smelly. And he doing massage in my. After that, I took some very smelly, some liquid. When I take this liquid, I do like this. Because so smelly. After this, this night, I sweat. My fever broke. Then I start thinking, okay, people who have health issues like that, Chinese medicine is very good. So I start thinking like that. So at that age, 13, 14, slowly, I fall sick. I take some, I had a typhoid one time. So I eat the, Western medicine, antibiotic. Oh, Western medicine is very good too, I'm thinking. I went to university, age of 16, so in college, 17, 18, 19, 20. 19, my professor scolded me without any reason. He just scolded me. I'm so angry. I didn't do anything wrong. Why he scolded me, Then one day I skipped for 3 months. I feel very angry, When I'm angry, I punch the wall. So I don't want to study. So I went back. So Tibetan doctor, very good. He checked my pulse. No problem. It's wind, little bit disturbed, wind. I said, okay, wind disturbed, that's good. He said, take this medicine, you're going to be okay. I take medicine for 3 months. Wow, so good. One medicine called blissful pill. One medicine, the pill, it's quite big, this big. The name is called blissful pill. I take, like that. So nice, so I'm cured. I'm better. Then I went to see my teacher, meditation master. So all that experience of suffering I had, physically suffering, I believe that I need to give people health products, health medicines. Right? So that is the example. When you want to gain a compassion, you need to experience things in yourself. Dharma is like that. You want to practice compassion, first you need to experience compassion to yourself. You want to have a meditation, you need to experience meditation yourself. Yes, we are very lazy, we cannot sit. We don't like to sit like this. Your mind become very jumpy. Body no moving, mouth no moving. Your mind go like this, And you tell yourself, it's okay, focus. Mind go, boom. Okay, focus. Then you feel tired, You feel tired, headache. You feel like not attractive, Why I'm doing this meditation? It's so tiring, knees ache, back ache, no happiness. What is doing? And this monk saying the meditation makes you very happy and peace. I don't know what he's talking about. Of course, I think so. I think I better do lah. Okay, do it, Yeah. Really, I'm not kidding. I'm not into it, Better to have music, song, you know what I'm saying? Ding dong, na. It's more better than the quiet. Again, the worst, all the light off, dark. Then you feel sleepy. You understand? The whole category. When you don't taste the meditation, you cannot. You don't have no experience means you don't see the value. Similarly, I mentioned about health. When you fall sick, you take medicine, you see the value. Similarly, you need to understand what is the actual issue with you. See, what is going with your life? We complain. We are not happy. We are not happy with things. We are sometimes happy, but it's okay. We complain. We take a little bit personally. We like to judge things. Right? We feel lonely. Of course, on top of that, we have fear. Right? So, all that you see yourself, sometimes fear, sometimes lonely, sometimes not so happy with yourself. You look at other colleagues, the friends, they're getting better. You're not getting better. Look at them, they start buying apartment. You cannot buy apartment. So you feel rushing. Then you have parents going to say, hey, you stupid, I spent so much on you, Now you look at you, you achieve nothing. Wow, you feel more pressure. So, okay. Parents, what to do? I should pray to Buddha. I should pray anybody make these children successful. Couples, how to make me happy? I want to be happy, but they quarrel. I say, why you quarrel? Do you love each other? Oh yes, I love very much each other. Then why you quarrel? I don't know. They quarrel again. You see? So all that basis what? Really, you think carefully. What is the basis? Self-centered, self-focused. Everything is, how you say, take into your what I said before, not selfish, take into, personally, self-centered, taking personally, okay, judging. This is the things that makes ourselves very unhappy. In the family, in relationship, in the work, in the life. This is the three. You understand? So when you come to meditation, of course it's self-centered lah, you see. You doing the meditation, yeah? What is your intention? Happy. Who's happy? Me. Your family? Yeah, of course. Are you really mean it? No. Sometimes, honestly, you need to see things yourself. Don't fool yourself, Buddha's teaching, one is very valuable. When you understand something, your life is going to be changed quite dramatic. The change comes within yourself. Through your own eye, through you seeing yourself, oh, I have jealous. That make me unhappy. Like that kind of related. Quite amazing. Right? So you really need to learn to that. Because meditation to help you, but you need to know what to help. Meditation is transforming, but you need to know what to transform. Right? And sometimes people see Dharma is very separate than my life. Actually, no. You know why? You have one mind or you have too many mind? You have one mind? One continuous mind, or you have how many? Two continuous mind? Or three? Or actually four. Family mind, relationship mind, Dharma mind. I'm sorry, you don't have no many mind, okay? You only have one mind. Alright? So that's why when you practice one mind means one continuous mind. Yesterday your mind, today your mind, it's not one, it's not same. It's already changing, but the continuum same. That's why you can have a memory from yesterday. What happens? You understand? Yesterday mind, today mind is different. When you was a child, now is a different mind. But the continuum, same stream of mind. You understand? So it's a very important, when you start training that mind, you actually going to train your life. Means family life, relationship life, and other lives, other responsibilities. Right? Do you take personally in your life? Do you take personally? No. Yes. Do you judge things? Judging people. I don't like. I like. Oh, I hate this guy. I don't like this. Similar one is comparison. When I was young, my parents loved me. My father loves me. When I get older, father hates me. That is actually judgment. Do you judge? Oh. Do you take personally? Yes. Yeah? Who's saying yeah? I don't see it. Okay. Personally, judging. Do you see your self-centered, self-focused, self-centered? Yes or no? But not so strong, yeah? Not so strong, sometimes. So, how you overcome this? Yes. But on top of that, what we need to have is called actually loving kindness and compassion. First, very important, understand that. Always you begin like this. I wish all being happiness. Always you look up. Always, I wish all being happiness. I wish all being free from suffering. After you think about a few minutes, your life becomes very meaningful. You little bit calm, very meaningful. But at the same time, you have self-respect. You understand? You're going to have respect to yourself. You understand? That respect you cannot get. But through loving kindness and compassion, the respect is there. Your life have a meaningful. Now you talk to like your companion, wife or boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever, family or other. You're not going to be so self-centered. You always talk very bigger picture. I wish all happiness. So you look very bigger picture. Now similarly in Sangha, you look, I wish all. Now for the society, same. I look all. What to do? Yeah. So it's very interesting. When you start looking bigger picture, you're not going to become too much of narrow-minded. You get out from the narrow-minded. You know narrow-minded? Narrow-minded, you get out from narrow-minded. So I give you one story. When I go to US, they have this very strict security. So when I dress like this, they're very serious, And there's a big guy, hands like this. One time in front of me, they have a Jewish rabbi. Jewish rabbi have beard. They call kippah, one black hat, black jacket, a few strings hanging. And he looked at me, he said, I said, because Jewish rabbi telling me, saying that, again security going to check me a lot, Then I almost acting like him. I said, yeah, you too, me too, So he went, and very thoroughly checked. So I went in, big guy like this, go like this. I'm like saying, in my life, nobody did me like this, And I took personally, really, I thought, I'm so, then here all naked, not much to pack, Wow, comes here, why go like this? I'm so angry, really. I said, I am a Buddhist. I'm not going to blow anybody. I told him, I'm so upset. And he's very angry too, He say, this is my job, Then he more, Wow, I'm so angry, I thought he's specifically picking me, Now that is called personally, taking personally. Wow, I'm become so upset, so angry. I'm not kidding to you. Meditation doesn't work that time. For Mila, for you guys different. I cannot judge anybody. You're different, but me, I cannot meditate. Then I stand a little bit beside, and in America, very funny. When they open your back, you're not allowed to touch. You see, they open everything themselves. You touch, you say, don't touch. So okay. So then I sit. Really, I stand there. I close my eye. That's why Theravada style is sometimes good, closing eye, because in our style meditation always open. So now that time Theravada closed eye is better, because I don't see that person's face better. So I close my eye. I send my metta and karuna. I say I wish all being. I did not told him. Okay, not only for him. I started like this. I wish all being happiness. I wish all beings free from suffering. And I think about my suffering, the anger, unhappiness. My body is shaking. My knees are shaking. I wish all beings happiness. I wish all beings free from suffering. Like this, start thinking. Then I say, I wish you happiness. After a little bit, then I say, I wish you happiness. I wish, like that. Then I open eye. I do not see him so bad, After he opened up all my texts and everything, then I said, it's done? He says, done. I said, thank you. Wow, he's so nice. Oh, thank you for your patience. He changed his attitude. You see. So I really realized that, because of I have small Dharma, that actually I can change my own unhappiness. You see, and I really start having trust, So when I start having trust, when you experience yourself how this loving kindness, compassion is powerful, that very simple one. I started preaching to everybody, you should practice. Everybody says, no, I don't want to practice like this. I have many students, practice loving kindness. They say, yes, but we don't like much. Then I ask, why? They say something I really thought about it. They say, loving kindness, compassion is very good when you have a good environment. But the environment is very bad. Everybody challenging, everybody backstabbing, everybody tries to pull you. Only the mean people goes up. All the kind people always stuck down. They told me like that. So I kept that in my mind, all right? So I developed my compassion. Every day I practice. Sometimes I forget, but most of the time I practice. Try to see that the compassion is really strong or compassion is weak. I check. So now I check, I practice compassion. I wish all being happiness, I realize compassion and loving kindness by itself, is not the perfection. It's not perfect. Compassion, loving kindness must need other qualities to support the loving kindness and compassion. Do you understand? So then I realize that. So now this stage, I tell many of my friends who says compassion is weak. Actually, I told them, compassion is the most strong emotion than any else that you can find. Anger looks very scary, but compassion, you have a very steady compassion. Anger cannot defeat you. Because when you have compassion, you need to have self-confidence. Compassion without confidence, the compassion is not strong. You understand? Compassion, you need to build confidence. Right? So I don't know all of you are Buddhist or not, I don't know follow Buddha or not, I'm not sure about it, but like for example like me, first when I practice compassion, I say I wish being free from suffering, cause of suffering, I wish all being happiness, cause of... Then I practice meditation. Because of this reason I practice. Then I meditate. After finish my meditation, I don't go right away like that. I say, again I repeat again. I wish all being happiness, cause of happiness. I wish all being free from suffering, cause of... Then after that I think about the challenges. Okay, that person is a little bit not good to me, this person a little bit difficult. I think about a little bit. Then again, I wish all being happiness, cause of happiness. I bring up again like that. So slowly by slowly, your mind becomes stronger. Emotion become lesser. Taking personally go to weaker. Then you're not going to say so bad. The pessimistics goes down. Judgment little bit goes down. Sometimes comes up, sometimes goes down. Then slowly you practice again loving kindness, compassion, slowly build up. Then really on your relationship level, family level, very big difference. Sangha level, different. I give you example how different, okay? My parents, I have two sisters. So my parents are very kind, especially my mother, very, very smart. Smart means very, very intelligent, So I went to, monk college to study, you see. So I never learned calculation. Calculation? because I never been to the normal school. So I don't know how to do the calculation. So my mother is very smart. She give me money. Okay, this is your $1,000. That money is 10 months of your food, and you're traveling to college, coming back, going forward, that is your expenses. Right? So I calculate every month how much money is going for food. So I learn from that, how to calculate, So that's why my mother is very intelligent. Nowadays I manage my money very good. I go, but I cannot do this one, the accountant style, like comes here, goes here, then goes, like accountant style, you go here, go there, go, and then after that you all comes back, I cannot do that. I'm a little bit more straightforward. You give me, I give there. You give me, I'm good at that. I cannot go like this and go like this and go like this, like this. I cannot do that, I'm a very straightforward because I never study accounting. So my mother is very kind. And mother always thinking that, because I have two sisters, so always she's thinking that she feel like sometimes the daughter can feel neglected because the parents looking after the boys, more than the girls. So she always worry about that. So my two sisters goes to school in India, and my sister send messages, Mommy, mother, you can send chocolate, biscuit, dry fruit, and all this, for their friends. So my sister have a gang, 6, 7 of gang, So my father sent, and my mother sent big, how you call that? The puzzles, packaging puzzles. Each time, big box. I went to study India for 7 years, no one box come. So one day I speak, my mama, I say, I don't have no objection. I studied 7 years, no one box come. When I count for my sister, pretty sure 30 box already went. I say, she said, oh, it's not because I don't love you, She's worried, I said, don't worry, mother. I don't take personally, so I'm not hurt about it. It's okay. See, because not taking personally becomes so, bigger understanding, That's why I'm telling people, sometimes when you practice Dharma, don't become too narrow. You understand? Like, many practitioners like this. Dong. I wish all being happiness goes away happiness. I wish all enlightenment. Like that, After finish, come back. What are you saying? Huh? I'm not kidding, They go back home. What did you say? What? Huh? And go back to monastery. Dong. Like this, Cannot. I'm sorry. Cannot. Really cannot. Please. I'm putting my thumbs to you. Don't do this. Because you don't taste, you see. For Dharma means you need to change a little bit, you see. When you start changing, naturally other people start seeing and they're going to change, you see. This I see a lot of time. That's why I tell people, please, look at yourself. Don't take personally. Number one, don't judge. Don't be too self-centered. You understand self-centered? These things are actually taught by Buddha. Buddha said, don't focus your ego. Buddha said, ego is the basic of your problem. Taking personally means what? Ego. Judging means what? Ego, yeah? Isn't it? I don't like you. Why? Because you did this. It's judgment, yeah? You judge yourself, yeah? So I give you another example. I went to make, a dentist, when I was 4 years ago in Nepal. Then, dentist, lying down, doctor said, wait 14 minutes. Then I went out, healthy smile. This, how you call the dentist, doctor, the clinic called Healthy Smile. It's their big smile with the white teeth. So I went to coffee shop, have a coffee shop, So I just stayed there alone, a little bit boring, waiting for 40 minutes. I order some coffee, look some magazine, And not much to do, stay there, and time's not going fast. And suddenly, my mind, Rinpoche, my mind, telling you didn't succeed anything in your life. I said, wow, like this, like I feel empty, Completely I feel like I lost myself, You didn't achieve anything. You lousy, no goal, no meaning of life. My mind telling me, look at your friends. Achieve this, achieve that, achieve this. You look at you. I'm like, it's right, Like, in a coffee shop, I'm completely like, lost. Feeling lonely. You understand? Lonely, lose yourself. Really, very scary. I'm not angry, not jealous, no pride. Not like that. Just completely, lost. No meaning of life, no goal, no purpose. No purpose, no meaning. Like this. Coffee shop is actually very nice, I'm not enjoying. Really. After a few minutes later, my sound, my teacher sound, coming to head. Meditate. Like that, 2 times come. Then I sit there. Now how to meditate in coffee shop? Now tell me. Everybody could look me, I'm crazy, you see. So I hold the magazine, magazine? I hold the magazine, almost acting like I'm looking at the magazine. Then I go. That's why Vajrayana style better, because you open eye, you see. Because you open eye, it's very better. Everybody think I'm looking at the magazine, you see. Then again, 1 minute later, I think I stayed like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, not much, not long, meditation. After meditation finish, what? How you say? I don't feel lost. I don't feel no meaning. I don't feel the meaningless. I don't feel the loneliness. I don't feel the lostness. Completely sort of recover back. Wow! I thank my teacher. Because of your meditation teaching, I sort of recover. So I saw my life within these 10 minutes with completely 0, no meaning of life, no purpose of life, completely. Then few minutes of meditation, I recover back. Then I said, okay, that's it. Meditation is the best. Without meditation, cannot do it. So when you practice, when you want to do something in life, very important to have a good intention. Okay? And good intention is very good. And what kind of intention you need? The first you need to begin very simple. So always start like this. I wish all being happiness. Just thinking like that. I wish all being happiness. I wish all being free from suffering. I wish all being happiness. I wish all being free from suffering. Then after, I wish all being happiness and causes of happiness. So what is the cause of happiness? Now you think, what is cause of happiness? I wish all being free from suffering and causes of suffering. What is causes of suffering? So start there. Then slowly you go deeper. I wish all being free from suffering, causes of suffering, all being become enlightenment. Completely freedom, completely enlightened, like a Bodhicitta, like a Buddha. For that reason, I am going to practice, I am going to live life, I am going to look after family, I am going to work very hard, I am going to do charity work, I am going to do everything with that motivation. So that become a very big motivation. Right? So always you have time, you have encouragement, because we need to have a role model. in life. You cannot say, you cannot say that I don't need role model. Nowadays they have this new Buddhist, style nowadays. They don't talk about the Buddha at all, and they learn all the Dharmas. And sometimes I really think, okay, you learn Dharma, fine, doesn't matter. You don't need Buddha, fine. But who is the role model? See, you need to have some inspiration, inspired by somebody, you see. So that's why Bodhicitta Muni, who is Buddha, how he practiced, how he preached, how he behaved, how he actually meditated, and you always think about their stories, how to do this, how to improve this. Now, I want to tell you something. Never ever do a self-judgment. Self-judgment? Don't say like that. That is 2,600 years ago, Buddha is special, you see. 7 foot high, handsome looking man. Look at me, you see. 21st century, Singaporean, you see. And I'm a very modern person. So many busy life. Buddha has so many time to meditate. But I have no time to meditate. How I can be like a Buddha? So that idea, that I cannot be Buddha idea, actually is not justifying yourself. Actually, what are you doing? Discouragement yourself. Okay, you discouraging yourself. You actually letting go of your dignity. You're confident. You actually discouraging yourself. You actually saying that I cannot be la. Why? I smoke. I cannot be la. I done bad karma. I cannot do it. Always discourage yourself. Now you discourage yourself, you cannot improve. How can? You don't have no space to improve. You understand? You done something wrong, does not mean you're going to be forever wrong. Yeah? You done something wrong, you can be better. You can change. In your life, when you don't trust yourself, when you have no belief in yourself, how you can achieve things? How you can change things? You can tell me? You have a good person, okay? You are a very good person. You have a good heart. You are a very good study person. You have knowledge, lah. Very intelligent person. You're very smart. You have good kind, but no self-confident. What do you think about this business? Cannot do lah. Cannot do. I cannot do. Now we fail, what to do? You always stay like that. You forever stay that place. Little bit build up. Why not? We try. Who cares? You fail. It's fine. It's okay. It doesn't matter. There's this kind of things to succeed, you see. Similar in the spiritual, You start meditating. You already discourage yourself. How? I don't have no chance. You don't have no chance. Why you come here? Then get out now. Really, I'm not kidding. Why you spend time here? Then come to Dharma Center, look, bow, 10 times, Namo Tassa Bhagavato. Why you do that when you have no chance? You have a chance. That's why you're doing that. You see, you need to have a self-confidence, you see. I'm really telling you, you don't have no self-confidence. You cannot justify yourself saying that I don't have no time. I'm a modern person. On top of that, I'm a woman. Sometimes they say, I'm a woman, I cannot do things like that. Sometimes they say like that. All these things are not healthy at all. I actually call self-judgment. That one I actually call a self-judgment. Very unhealthy. Spiritually unhealthy, societally unhealthy, individually unhealthy. You check yourself. But be careful. When you have a strength, don't look other people down. When you look other people down, you say, I'm better than person. That person means that is not self-confident. That is called pride. You understand? So you need to understand this stuff. Very important. You need to have confidence. You don't have no confidence, you cannot achieve things. But you have look other people down. You look yourself better than other people. And we call this one Pride. Now, how big pride you have, you are more vulnerable. You understand? So I give you an example. I can give you an example, yeah? Yeah. In the Kasete, in my college, they have our principal has many students, So the lay student comes up and we debate, we debate. And each day we need to debate 3 hours, And debate, you need to clap your thing, And each person have a different style, Some people do like that, But my style is quite high quality style. So you cannot make it's by nature your physical body makes that. So whenever you debate, I'm not the best, but I'm okay, So my friend, Dharma brothers, other people, they're taking photos. They Sangha people come, they take photos. They always come quite close to me and take photo, So they take photo. So I gain more pride, you see. A little bit more pride, Then do more debate and why more pride, like why, So after I finished this, trip, study finish, I went back to my dad, holiday. One day I'm talking with my dad and having tea. My dad look at me, he said, you look like so much a girl. My dad said to me like that. I said, what? He said, your body is big, but your head is small. Wow. I'm angry, but I'm not angry. I'm upset, but I'm angry. I'm angry, but I'm upset. You understand? I want to cry, I cannot cry. I want to shout, I cannot shout. Wow, it's so difficult inside. I say, like that happened. So I started thinking, why? It's my dad. He can say whatever he wants, but why is it affecting? Because I had that pride built up. Slowly build up in college, saying that, you do so good debate, you look so good, like that. So they build up, So I don't see it, that I have the pride. And how I saw, when my father said a few things like that, my mind, I have almost stomach pain. I realize our emotion actually affect the body. I believe that. Because stomach pain, So I tell my dad after, and not that day, but a few days later, I kept in the mind, I said, you told me I look like a woman and head small. I said, you produce me, you see. Why you don't produce me better? Why you don't give me the same proportion, Why you give me the big body and small head and all these things? Why you give it? My father do like this. Wow. Yeah, what other thing can do? Yeah. So, need to stop. Okay. Okay, so my point is this. I don't want to share too many things. Please don't do what? Take personally. I really advise you. You're going to be much relaxed, much happier. You can have more energy to do things. When you take everything personally, you're not going to be happy. You become quite vulnerable. You just check yourself. When you get some experience, don't forget the Buddha, okay? Who taught this? Buddha taught this, okay? Don't take personally, number one. Number two, don't judge. Strong judgment. No. Number three, do you remember? No self-centered. Okay, now I forgot, doesn't matter. Taking personally, judgment, this is tula. Okay, number third, intention, It's not number third, this one, but it's okay. Intention is important. I wish all being happiness, cause of happiness. I wish, very important, very, very important. Then you add, I wish all being happiness, cause of happiness. Then I wish all beings free from suffering, cause of suffering, intend enlightenment. Okay? When you have children, don't tell them that you have a choice of practice, in your life. No, they don't have no choice. You must teach them meditation. Because you saw yourself, meditation changed you, you see. You need to teach children meditation. You cannot tell them saying that you can do whatever you want. No, no, no. Always teach them value and especially meditation. See, you die, you can give them some money, some houses when you die, okay? When they grow, they go through exactly the same emotion issues. But when you give them some meditation, they can actually take care of themselves a little better. See, this is something that I want to add. So, I wish all being free from suffering, and then enlightenment. Alright. Not taking truth personally. Not judging other people. Self-centered. Self-centered. Completely self-centered. Me. Only me. You understand? That's what we quarrel. Sometimes you have a big family gathering. Just think about the family. When you have a Sangha, think about the Sangha. Like me, I always think about the Buddha Dharma. How to propagate Dharma to the people. What we doing? Now what we doing is people have time, we can teach this way. Like Trugu and like this guy here, Mengsala. When we spend time, we're only talking about how to propagate Dharma. We cannot give the meditation, people cannot do it, benefit. When we give them too many things, they are lost. When you don't give anything, they don't get anything. What is the best way? We're always thinking, especially the young people. Now this is very difficult because when we was young, we don't do the young, this age young, and now, when I was young is different, you see. So I cannot deal with this stuff, So always thinking how to, that's why I always says, make everything experiencing. See yourself, how it's changing. You gain trust automatically. When you gain trust, right away you bow, it's very tasty. You bow, very tasty. Imagine your parents are very good parents. Love you, care you, give you, support you. When their father is almost dying, you're going to bow with your heart because you're very thankful. Similarly, Dharma, Buddha already nirvana for 2,600 years ago. So when we bow, we don't know, bow, okay, thank you very much, but you're so old, 2,600 years. I cannot connect you, you see. You cannot connect. But how you can connect is the Dharma. But Dharma, one monk come and say, okay, practice compassion, okay, And you can think, this person, of course you can think compassion. How I can think compassion? I have this challenging life and difficulty. How I can be compassion, you see? So everything you need to put little bit time, little bit practice, but especially things keep in mind. You forget, we all forget, I forget, Don't take personally. Yes, yeah, metta karuna, okay, you talk about whatever metta karuna, okay? But the most important, don't take personally. Your loving kindness, compassion can heal that mind that take personally. That means your loving kindness, compassion is good. Now you have a loving kindness, compassion every day, but you're taking personally, never goes down, no decreasing. That means not doing good. I'm sorry. So don't take personally too much. You're going to be happier. Okay? Number second, don't have too much judgment. Judgment means judging other people, judging yourself. The both are very unhealthy. So how to do in normal life? Notice okay, this person is no bad. No bad. This person is bad. Notice but don't say, this person is so bad, I don't want to spend time with you. You are the bad. Because of you, now we have this problem, Like, try to blame very bad. Judgment. Your self-judgment. I cannot practice. I cannot do it. How I can? I'm very busy. That kind of thing is very unhealthy. So, taking personally, judgment, self-centered. This is 3. Now what to practice? I wish all being happiness, cause of happiness. Just say lah, you don't mean it, it's okay. Doesn't matter, just say, just think. I wish all being happiness, cause of happiness. I wish all being free from suffering, cause of suffering. I wish, after I finish this, I wish all sentient beings, all means what? Deva, God Ram, demigod Ram, human Ram, animal Ram, hungry ghost Ram, hell Ram, everybody. Okay? All sentient beings, I wish you free from suffering, causes of suffering, attain enlightenment. Attain enlightenment means become like a Buddha. That's why I want to meditate. That's why I want to do charity. That's why I want to eat meal. That's why I want to sleep. That's why I want to talk. That's why I want to go to job. That's why I want to talk to meeting. Everything looks meaningful. No, everything looks meaningful. Now whatever you do, you always remember of the bigger picture. Bigger picture is what? All sentient being free from suffering, enlightenment, how to propagate Dharma, how to bring this all together. You look all bigger picture. Now you always looking at, self-centered, self-judge, everything take personally, you're going to be very unhappy and you create unhappiness. And I don't care you create happiness, honestly, I don't care. But I have a compassion to you that you cannot be happy. You are so lucky to join Dharma, meet Dharma, have some opportunity to receive teachings. Now you try to get some small, simple things can change a lot of our mind. This is only what I want lah. Ming bai ma? Do you understand? Number 1? Don't take personally. Try to imagine. Don't take personally. How take personally? Think. Don't take personally. Really think. Judgment. Don't judge. Don't judge. Picturing what you did before, how you judged before. Think about that picture. Number 10, don't be too self-centered. I'm telling you, I have self-centered too, you see. You understand? Sifu or no sifu, doesn't matter. They forgot these principles. Sure, they have problem. You understand? Whether you meditate or not meditate, you have this principle wrong. When you meditate, you have the mistake like that. 3 mistakes. Self-judgment, taking personally. Then you meditate. Your meditation cannot improve. Always think like this. I wish all being happiness, cause of happiness. I wish all being free from suffering, cause of suffering. In end, I wish all being to be enlightened. Me, my family, children, friends, family, doesn't matter, all sentient beings. I wish all being free from suffering, causes of suffering, ending enlightenment. I wish all being free from suffering, causes of suffering, ending enlightenment. Each breath you breathe, very tasty. Understand? Don't take personally. Don't judge too much. Don't have too self-centered. This is number 3. Okay? Then think all being free from suffering, cause of suffering. All being free from happiness, cause of happiness. End of the day, all become Buddha. Buddha means you too, okay? Now don't say, really I can. I tell people, question always has question. Sometimes when it comes to practice, question is sometimes disguise of your doubt. Think carefully. All right? So I want to open some questions. Questions. Or any brothers, sisters like to ask some questions?
Any questions, brothers and sisters? Any questions on this topic or any topic that? We have one question here.
Rinpoche, my question is a simple one. How to ask a question without implying any doubt?
More like a practice question. Honestly, I just say, don't worry about that. You can ask whatever you want. But what I usually think is, whenever it comes to practice, sometimes we do like this. Whenever we practice, the question comes up. And because of the question, you don't have no fully into practice. You see, that's why I tell people that sometimes question can be obstacle. Sometimes whenever question comes, you tell yourself, forget it, focus your practice. Healthier sometimes. Sometimes the question comes up, you say, okay, what are you start meditating, you're asking question, what to do, this. Then you start reading books, 12 dependent origination, all this stuff. Then you start meditating, you say, okay, which is this, which is samsara? You start meditating, you start asking questions. So sometimes I tell like that. Now, how to ask question without doubt means practice questions. Like, how to see my mind, how to see my mind, how to improve my mind, how to relate Dharma into my mind, how to prove Dharma is real. That kind of practice question. But I honestly, don't listen. You have any doubt, you can throw me out. Throw out all. It's okay. No doubt.
No doubt, no doubt. It's the wrong window of learning. For me, I'm a beginner. So in the beginning, there are many people who tell you stories about Buddha. So there are many versions. So at first, you have to verify, right? Buddha always asks us to verify. Don't just believe and listen and believe. That's my question.
Verify best is...
But after I verify, no more doubt. That's the question I want to put across.
Very good.
How to ask a question without implying doubt. But some people will
practice.
Say, you don't believe me?
No.
I don't want to imply that.
No. You don't believe me, I'm more happy. For me, you believe me, more difficult. Honestly, you are right. So how to do it? Very simple. For me, experience and very short meditation and reminding of some like basic principle, like I just mentioned before many times. Don't take personally all the stuff, and try to see that how actually this brings unhappiness to me. How when I practice little bit loving kindness, compassion, really make me happy. Check, see. For me, the most verifying is that. See, for me, fear factor doesn't go to me. When I was younger, 17, 18, I was a non-believer in college. You see, I actually went to Buddhist college, Buddhist college, every thing, all the professor, strong Buddhist, Me, I don't believe. I don't believe karma, I don't believe this, I don't believe that. Of course, I study Age 17, 18, no belief. Why now I have trust? Because I had an anger problem. Anger problem. When I'm angry, I punch the wall. That time that my sifu told me, my professor told me, must practice compassion. So I practice compassion. I wish all being happiness. Doesn't work. My angry karma, my compassion run away. So for me, it doesn't work. So age of 17, age 19, 18, I went to see my meditation sifu, not professor, meditation sifu. Meditation sifu didn't teach me first. He just said, check who's angry and where is mine. Who's your mind? Go and check. Well, I go sit in room and think a little bit, where's mine? I think, I check. Not reading books, just looking at my mind, looking at who's angry, what is angry. Then my sifu say, After I say, who's angry? I say, I think I can see my mind become angry, agitated, then I can see hatred. She said, okay. He said, okay, good. Now look at the anger. Look at the anger. When you have agitation comes up in your mind, look at that agitation. I said, how to look? I said, you just aware, looking like this lah, just aware lah. Oh, but don't evoke, don't reject, just aware. Then I say okay. Then I did again. Then my Sifu told me, don't be like dog, be like lion. Then I said, what is this, Sifu? He said, your mind little agitated, little angry. When you angry, that means you're following the anger thought. So you throw a stick as a dog. Dog chase the stick. Like me, like the dog, the anger thought comes up. You angry with somebody, angry with yourself or whatever comes up. You just chase that anger. You become angry. You become like a dog. Then I say, how to be a lion? He said, you throw the stick in lion. You go to Africa, throw the stick, lion. Lion not going to chase the stick, my master said. Master said, lion are going to jump on the person, not the stick. Same thing, when you're angry, don't follow the anger. Look in, who's becoming angry? You look at your mind self, right that moment, that breaks the anger thought, the agitated mind, and your the conscious mind, you break down, then you stop slower. After that, I bow my Sifu. I say, from now I become real Buddhist. You see, before that, I'm a Buddhist, but actually no. You understand? That's why meditation practice is very important. But meditation with the knowledge is very important. Just sit there for 1 hour, I don't know, have some knowledge, inspiration, self-judgment, some compassion, managing like this, then go back. Then again bring up compassion, no self-judgment, again go back meditation. Then whole combination, then you better. And then, yeah. Last one. No question. He's never ending, this brother. Never ending question.
I just want to ask, how does one improve or cultivate one's patience towards others? I think, yeah.
Only today ask some meaningful question. I'm not judging, okay? It's more like noticing, right? It's not because judgment means I'm unhappy with you. See, I don't have no unhappy with you. Cultivate patience. Okay. For me, the really patience comes up 2 things. First, don't take personally is a really good way to having patience. Because when you don't take personally, you don't need to be patient much. Right? When the person angry at you, don't take personally. That anger you're not taking in. 1. 2, you want to transform that out. Send loving kindness, compassion, with don't take too personally. These 2 works very nicely. Then when the person shouting at you, you're not going to hurt so much because you don't take it personally. But when you have loving kindness, compassion, this poor guy, really, he's so unhappy himself. You think people shouting at you, that person is happy? No, end of the day, he goes back in bed. He feels guilty, you say. Poor guy. Then not only that, why he's angry? Poor guy, he doesn't know any Dharma, he doesn't know any compassion, he's really tired, stressed in the work. Then he need to pick up somebody and he picked me, poor guy. I don't take personally, I wish you happiness, cause of happiness. I wish, don't say la that time. Only he scolded you, don't say la. You say, really, sometimes you need to be skillful, And when you're shouting at you, just say, yes, yes. But don't start go like. Then they're more angry, they're more shouting. You say, when they're shouting at you, you say, yes, I'm so sorry, yes. But always don't take personally. Bring up loving kindness, compassion. These 2, very nice. That's what I told one of my friends. He said, forgiveness is very important, my friend said. I say, actually, no. When you try to forgive, like say you do something, may I forgive you. Actually, the forgiveness is a way to empower what mistake you did. I forgive you means empowering, reminding what mistake he did. Do you understand? I forgive you, of course, I forgive you, but you did the mistake, but I forgive you. So it's more like a reminding, really, think carefully, reminding of your mistake. You understand? And I'm a little bit better than you, because I forgive you. You look at the position, mental position. Look carefully. You know that's stupid. Look, I forgive you. I say, not healthy. The real healthy is this. Don't take personal. When you send loving kindness, compassion, you don't see the mistake. You don't see his mistake much. You don't see your hatred to him. You understand? When you don't see the hatred to him, you don't need to forgive him. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like that lah. I mean, of course, he's a person, he's your brother or sister like that. They can accept things. Then you say advice, But I'm just talking about forgiveness and letting go your hatred. Letting go hatred is much better than forgiveness. For me, I like forget. I like more forget than forgive. Forgive but never forget. What forgive? Really, think. Forget for me is better. Forgive and never forget. 20 years ago I forgive him like that. That means forgive him, You're holding, keep holding. Think carefully, really. Very nice to say forgiveness, I'm telling you. Yeah, that is right. Okay, any? Okay.
Last one, if not.
Three is good. Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Yes, my brother.
Yeah, you mentioned about anger. Everybody have the anger, and I noticed that those people who have the anger, they have the energy more than the one never anger at all. My question here, of course we live what we are. To be honest, we all have this anger. But after listening the Dharma talk, we are not pressing the anger, but we are thinking about how this anger is, I can use another word, energy, yeah? Like petrol engine and so on. I can burn anything, but able to transform with the scientific thing. From the Buddhism point of view, how you transform this anger?
For me, see the word of anger, of course, transformation, Buddhism teaches, okay? But when the anger is transformed, it's more like for me, when I focus compassion, loving kindness, especially the self-confidence, okay, and I'm thinking that I must do better based on a compassion and loving kindness, for me it's much better to have energy like that. I agree, anger, jealousy is a very strong. It means make you very energetic. And your question is how to change that. For my own experiences, the word of anger means I don't like you. Okay? Anger means I hate. Now the hate, how to use the hate? For me, I cannot use the hate. What I can use is I can change that hate on more loving kindness, but then I put more energy how to bring the loving kindness so strong that I can actually change not only me, I can change others. You understand? This is what I like to say. For example,
We talk about transforming negative emotions. If they have been transformed, the negative emotions, then there are no negative emotions at that point, right? And in Vajrayana, anger can be something positive if it is motivated by arisen through compassion. Then the force of anger, if we want to call it anger, is something positive. But actually that is not what we usually call anger. It's just power. Or like desire. So that kind of craving, yeah? Also. And compassion too is a kind of craving and a kind of desire for something. And in the same way, if there's compassion, then desire can transform as well. So not just desire, but also compassion. That's what we need. That's how it's usually taught by us Rinpoches. And that's also why there are gods or deities in Buddhas, restful Buddhas in Vajrayana. No.
We have sometimes wrathful Buddha. I don't know, you know, in our tradition, Vajrayana, we have wrathful Buddha. And we use word wrathful Buddha. We don't say angry Buddha. Because anger is to see hatred. But then you are right. How to change that? First we say, always we use, you need to have a right intention. With the right intention, when you have anger arises, the anger can have a purpose. Anger don't have no purpose, then anger is hatred. Anger have a purpose, anger is not hatred. Anger is actually becomes, wrathful, meaningful. Such as very loving, kind mummy to have a little bit wrathful towards the child to show the child behavior, teach the right behavior. We don't say anger completely, because mother has loving kindness and care to the child. That's why she teaching her and the child. She says, please do nicely, okay. Please. Then the children says, I don't care. You really don't care? You want to make times up? Huh? Times up? Okay. Stand in the corner, 10 minutes, like that. Then changes, So similarly, mother having compassion with that kind of thing, we usually say wrathful. So compassion in attachment, both is attachment, but compassion has a purpose. What purpose? Benefiting others' purpose. But the attachment is very self-centered. So that's why we say poison. But the compassion has attachment, but compassion is benefiting others, so it have a purpose. So that's why we say anger have a compassion or bodhicitta, motivation, that anger can slowly transform to wrathful or the power. Attachment, slowly you bring up the motivation, the attachment can change to compassion, and that is what we call slowly kind of transformation.
Okay, thank you. After some explanation from you, maybe I can quote the word you explained earlier. You call it the bigger picture. So speak about the anger. To my understanding, after listening to you, of course, anger is a small picture.
Yeah.
The bigger picture, actually, still in the form of anger. We call it maybe in other English word, negative emotion. If I look the negative, of course there is a positive. In between the positive and negative, there is a gap. Maybe we call it neutral, in the mathematics, neutral. So when we're in the neutral situation, we're able to use our, maybe judgment is a bit negative, but I'm thinking on
Comparison.
Compassion maybe, you're right.
Compassion.
Or maybe
Comparison.
comparison, yeah. There is another Buddhism, they call it equanimity.
Okay.
Upeka. So, if we can use this, just for sharing, maybe you can explain further. If we can put this anger in the form of negative emotion, the word, we clarify between negative, of course there is a positive. So, before we come to the positive, maybe we can cultivate the neutral or cultivate the upeka.
The tangyum se the so the dangzim me bachila shegi garwa.
Equanimity comes down to giving up grasping at a self. There are many kinds of equanimity though. A state that is not inclined or disinclined towards the object before it.
So for me, equanimity has a many level, depend on the person. The beginning we say, don't try to pick one person as special than any others. Okay, you pick one person very special, one person not special, we say this is not equal. Right? That is the beginning level. But that usually we say, okay, equal the anger and equal with attachment. Right? But then when you go deeper, we say, don't judge. When you don't judge, that is more equal. Then we go deeper. Don't have self-clinging. When you don't cling yourself, automatically it's equal. Why you don't see equal? Because always you have a list of things that you don't see equal. You have yourself judging, you are judging, you're looking at. See, that's why I teach people like this. Finger like this. Negative emotion, we have 5. Anger, jealousy, pride, attachment, ignorance. So 5. These 5 negative emotion is connect, means that produced by who? This negative emotion produced by, like arm here, judgment. Now continuously mind is moving. You can see through meditation, you sit. Mind keep moving. Not anger, no jealousy, but Singapore, Shalom Bao, Crystal Jade, keep moving. Then keep move. Something you like, don't like, don't like. So you can actually see that. So now equanimity in the beginning, we actually say, don't hold the attachment close, don't hate one, try to equal these two. But then we say here, don't judge, because judgment produces the negative emotion. Negative emotion is a result from the judgment. So watch your judgment. Now, who's judging? This is judgment. Who's judging? Who is really judging? Ego. Me. Now you can say me where? Here. You can say wherever you want. But basically, me. The identity of me. Who's judging? Now, whenever you try to see where is me, you check. It's very blank. You don't know where to look. It's very not clear. Ego is very successful because we have ignorance. Because of ignorance, because of ignorance, we cling, ego. Because of ego, we judge. Because we judge, something we like, attachment. Something that we don't like, anger. Something that you are better than other, pride. Some people better than you, jealous. You know? And sometimes you do the mistake, but you don't see you're doing mistake. You know? Ignorance. Now, in the 5 negative emotion, ignorance means you have the negative emotion, but you don't see it. That is the function of ignorance. The last here, ignorance, means you don't see the ego. You don't see the ego, this we call subtle ignorance. Okay? This ignorance helps not to see the ego. This ignorance helps not to see the emotion. Do you understand? For us, ignorance has a 3 level. This is the middle one. 5 negative emotion, anger, jealousy, pride, attachment, ignorance. This ignorance, you don't see your negative emotion. This one, 5 negative emotion produced by judgment. Judgment connected